Hi and welcome. I'm Melanie. I want to talk about duality and how this affects the journey and affects how you can perceive the connection with your divine masculine, because you are not separate to your divine masculine, not at a soul level. I know this is something you may have heard many times before, and I know also and understand it to be a difficult concept to fully grasp and believe, because we perceive ourselves as separate to everyone and everything. We also believe our human physical self, our bodies, minds and personality that make up our identity, to be all that we are. And the reason you believe you are separate and believe you and your divine masculine are separate is because we all live in duality on earth, when actually all of humanity are connected, because we all come from and are a part of the divine. Living in the 3D world means to live in duality, where we see everything as having an opposite, like light and dark, good or bad, love, hate, up and down, and masculine and feminine. We will perceive things like either being up or down and make judgments about whether something is good or bad. And duality causes us to believe we are separate to everything and everyone because, firstly, physically we have a separate individual body and mind. But also attached to the mind is the ego, and our egos are about identity. And that's how we, our lower human selves, identify as who we are, and why we build up an image of ourselves being an individual and believe we are different and separate to each other. But this is why you can find it so difficult to understand and accept that this connection you have with your divine masculine is more than it appears at first, that it's a spiritual connection and that you are one soul. We are all programmed to believe we are separate and that it would be impossible for us to be connected in this way to anyone else. Our minds, being limited, struggle to comprehend the interconnectedness of everyone and everything, because we don't perceive anything being connected on any level. We only see everything as separate to us. Although all of humanity are interconnected and the same, as our souls all come from God, the divine, each soul would have a unique energetic frequency. But as a twin flame, you share an identical, unique energetic frequency and energetic system with your divine masculine. So not to get too deep here, but in order for the universe, God, the divine, or however you like to describe consciousness, to experience itself, created the 3D universe or reality, so to be able to grow and expand, so to be able to have different experiences, and it could only do that in duality. So the human lower self has only ever known the identity of what the mind and ego has created. The mind is logical and limited because it's not equipped, if you like, to know and believe in anything outside of the duality of the 3D world. So we believe that we are born and we die. Things have a start and a finish, that there is an opposite to everything, and that we are separate, and therefore we are alone. Our minds and egos do not understand or recognize the energy within us, our souls, as eternal, or that this essence within is all part of the same one universal divine consciousness. That is, until we have our awakening. It's by being woken up that we become aware of there being something else, something other than the only identity that we have ever known, which causes us to become aware that the person we thought we were is not the truth of who we are. And the 3D reality is an illusion and not the truth. And it's through this understanding and acceptance of this divine essence, your soul is the truth of who you are and who you have always been, that we are all the same, and that your life force energy within is your soul, that you can see duality for what it really is, an illusion, and start to shift on the journey. Yes, this is a process, And this is why you go through dark night of the soul. What is happening at this time is you are becoming aware that none of what you believed is true, including who you thought you were, your identity, and you are not separate to anyone, especially to your divine masculine, as you are the same soul and share the same identical soul frequency, which is extremely difficult for your egoic mind to comprehend and can cause you to feel confused and feeling separated from your divine masculine when they run, and believing that this person is a romantic partner or soulmate. It's also why throughout separation, and if you are going through the healing process, that you may feel sometimes that you can't move past whatever it is you are dealing with, because maybe you are feeling overwhelming fear from whatever the trauma was, or you could still be looking for validation from someone else, believing your fulfillment lies with your divine masculine or someone else, comparing yourself or your life in some way. All this is perceiving everything in duality and means you are still in the mind and ego. And it's natural that you're going to see everything like this because of being so programmed. But perceiving everything as separate to you because of duality can really prevent you from moving forward on the journey, because it's only when you can see and accept the oneness in everything, including the oneness in yourself, that you can really see and accept your divine masculine isn't separate to you, that it's only the physical body that is separate, that you are one at a soul level. And it's there you can feel, know and understand that you are one with your divine masculine. Duality is a part of our human experience and existence. And, we are here to experience life in duality, but recognizing and understanding what duality is and how it can affect your perception of what the connection is with your divine masculine and what the journey really is will help you to shift into aligning with your soul more, into oneness more. You see, all the time you see your divine masculine separate to you, you are in the ego and mind and in duality. You are not connected to soul, which is where you find the oneness within yourself and the divine and with all there is, including your divine masculine. And then when you feel the oneness that is within you, by connecting with your soul more and more, you realize that you were never separate to your divine masculine, that your divine masculine is only separate to you in physical form, and that coming from a perspective of duality will only keep you separate from your divine masculine. Because you will never be able to fully understand that you are one soul and that you share the same soul frequency in duality. You will always feel separate and therefore experience the fear and pain of separation. Perceiving everything in duality and believing everything is separate will prevent you from coming into inner union. Remember, you and your divine masculine are one soul. That is the truth of who you are. And duality is an illusion created through the 3D world. This means you need to get out of the head, the mind and ego where you believe duality is real, and get into soul. And accept it's only their body that is separate to you. It's finding the oneness within yourself that will lead you to be able to come into inner union. And of course, coming into inner union can mean physical union can then happen too. Anyway, that's all from me today. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now and blessed be.